A major announcement out of the state capitol today. The governor plans to close troubled Lincoln Hills, the juvenile correctional facility in Irma. He wants to replace it with smaller facilities across the state. Rebecca Clubb joining us live now. Rebecca, one advocacy group says the change would mean that children are closer to their families, and that could ultimately bring down the crime rate.
That's right, Shannon. Lincoln Hills and Cooper Lake have been under fire for years for reports of abuse, including a federal investigation. Now the governor plans to shut it all down and move juvenile offenders closer to their homes.
I feel as if it's long overdue.
Termaine Robertson spent time at Lincoln Hills 3 years ago. The facility has faced a federal investigation over claims of child abuse and neglect, driving groups like Youth Justice Milwaukee to form.
We've heard some very horrific stories of how young people's toes were amputated.
Termaine says his experience made it harder to break old habits that led him to crime.
It was more of the same bad influences that were outside on the inside.
Termaine had almost no family support, and the one person who could visit him, his grandmother, was more than 3 hours away in Milwaukee.
Did you ever have family come visit you?
I think once.
Charlene Moore, who helped start Youth Justice Milwaukee, says regional facilities will ultimately help the crime rate.
And if we look at statistics, right, more young people recidivate, meaning that they go back into the system when they aren't connected with their families, when they aren't in their communities where they have people that's going to love and that's going to support them.
Now, Termaine recently graduated high school and he's working on getting some technical training. He credits mental health care not being locked up for changing his life, and he hopes the new facilities have better treatment options for youths. George and Shannon.
All right, we shall see. Thank you, Rebecca.